Morocco, perhaps one of the wealthiest wrestlers in the profession today, chooses to compete only about 6 months a year. The rest of the time, he goes back to his native Hawaii, where he's an outstanding surfer in the unlimited professional class. He's had an extensive career in the amateur ranks, high school and college. He's facing the co-holder of the North American Tag Team Championship, Steve Keirn. Back to the rope. And very, very, very short fuses here. Both of these men have tremendous intensity, and anything could and most probably will happen. Keirn, short forearm into the rib. Ooh! And it was Morocco with a stinging right hand. And that's the thing about Morocco. He'll strike like a cobra. He uses that Asiatic spike with devastating effectiveness. Referee calling for the break, and it was Morocco once again with that right hand, and Keirn fires back. Keirn catches him again and again. And Morocco backing off like a wounded grizzly, but he's exceptionally dangerous. Steve, who has matured exceptionally well, knowing that you don't charge a man like Morocco recklessly. The rope, Keirn up and over. Ducks away, catches him in the sleeper. Steve Keirn catches him. Morocco makes it to the rope. Morocco outside the ring. Another tactic, a stalling tactic by Morocco. That's where he's a savvy ring general. He'll break the momentum. You can hear the crowd picking up a chant. Now go, Steve, go. A highly partisan crowd here. Morocco using a knee lift again and again. Keirn. Done by that. Wow, Morocco again. Using that spike into the throat of Steve Keirn. Morocco brings him up. A variation of a pile driver. No, sir. Keirn came out of it. Keirn has had that back jammed. Catching Keirn that time approximately the axis vertebrae, and now it is Keirn. And Keirn's got to be having a lot of pain in his neck and his back right now. Morocco is quickly seizing advantage of that. Morocco got Keirn partially in that bottom rope. And Keirn, a lot of trouble here now with Morocco. Driving the foot into the throat. Using those ropes for leverage, being warned by the referee. So Morocco facing a possible disqualification here. And Morocco again explodes to either side of the head of Steve Keirn. Keirn fires back. Keirn fires back again. Hard right hand being exchanged here. Keirn now rocks Morocco, catches him again, and again. Morocco in trouble now. And Morocco, frustrated, backing away of Steve Keirn. That great second burst of energy now. Keirn closes in. It's Keirn continuing that punishment on Morocco. Morocco into that power turnbuckle and on the canvas, and Steve Keirn continues to punish him. Referee warning Keirn now. Keirn's going to have to break because they're into the rope. And Keirn allowing no surcease whatsoever. Broke just in time, and Steve Kern retaliating in time. And Morocco in trouble now as Steve Kern in with a lateral press. 1, 2. Out of 3, and Morocco came out of it. And it is Kern and Morocco both men going for the abdominal stretch. Kern's got him in the abdominal stretch, and Morocco reaching out in absolute sheer desperation. Morocco dropped those ring ropes, but the hold is broken. Our time is completely gone. Till next week, Gordon Foley saying so long. In the far corner.
Good arm drag takedown by Youngblood. He's quick, he's strong, and I remember very well when he and Ricky Steamboat teamed to become World Tag Team Champions. Perhaps the youngest team to ever hold that honor. Now held by Ole and Gene Anderson. Working on the knee of Gypsy Joe. Youngblood with quickness and ability, but suddenly Gypsy Joe, wily Gypsy Joe, slap to the face, spins him into the ropes. Front face lock by Gypsy Joe. Here's Youngblood trying to battle out of it, and does. Gypsy Joe against Jay Lugber on Georgia Championship Wrestling, with responses coming in from all over the country every week. And we're glad to hear from you wherever you're tuned in. 16 million cable homes on this giant cable network now. It emanates from Channel 17 each week. And boy, the towns are just tremendous. Suddenly the aggressor in this match is Gypsy Joe. I'm amazed not only here in Georgia and Tennessee, Alabama, but places like Columbus, Ohio, and Huntington, West Virginia. Look at that move by Youngblood. Took a boot that shook him up. Gets slammed into the turnbuckle by Gypsy Joe. Now Gypsy Joe, sensing an upset, goes for the body slam. Hurls Youngblood to the mat. Knee across the face by Gypsy Joe. And Gypsy Joe. Boy, the response here to Tommy Rich at the beginning of this program, the fans hoping he can gain his Georgia title back, now held by the world's strongest wrestler, Ken Patera. The response when Dusty Rhodes came into the arena, the new world's heavyweight champion. Don't sell Harley Race short. He wants to regain that precious title for a 7th time if he can. And so does Ted DiBiase want to be world champion. Why not? Top contenders from everywhere coming to this area to be seen on this program, and we're glad to get your response every week. Both men locked up in collar and elbow. Gypsy Joe backs him into the corner, begins to pound away. Hard right to the chest by Gypsy Joe. Youngblood's had about all of this he can stand. Comes with a right backhand to the face and a hard right to the head of Gypsy Joe. And down goes Gypsy Joe from the pounding of Jay Youngblood. Gypsy Joe pushing him across the ring, gets him back into the ropes, and again, Jay Youngblood battling his way out. And a left-right combination sends Gypsy Joe back to the mat. Little two-hand punch that jars Gypsy Joe. Whips him off the rope. Elbow smash. And suddenly Youngblood has taken control of this match. Goes for the figure 4. The submission hold. See if he can get it. Referee calling for the bell. He got the submission hold. He got it using the figure 4, one of his favorite holds. And, of course, Jay Youngblood has come to Georgia on a mission, he said earlier.
Anderson has to say why Gene is in the studio.
Hey, Mulligan, here's your money right here.
Oh.
Here's your... Hey, fat boy. Hey, fat boy. Here's your $1,000. Come on, fat boy. Here's your money, Mulligan. Here's... Hey, fat boy, here's your money. $1,000. Here's $1,000. Here's your money, fat boy. Come on, leave him alone.
would appear that Anderson
You scared, Mulligan?
is attempting to distract Mulligan.
Well, and of course, like Jack Mulligan, who said
There you go, Mulligan. Here's the money right here.
$1,000, and Anderson picked a heck of a time to come in to pay the debt. Right at the beginning of the match, and now the money down on the floor. Greg Valentine now attacking Mulligan from behind, and oh, Lord Hayes moving into the studio now. Here is Gene Anderson's brother. Ole Anderson has now come into the studio. The Anderson brothers, the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, right down here at ringside.
And they're really taunting Mulligan, and Mulligan's playing the press.
Attacked from behind there now by Valentine. Gene Anderson and Ole Anderson into the studio, distracting Mulligan. It's almost like he's got three men he's got to worry about, Lord Hayes.
He really has got to worry about three men. There's not a case almost like he has. In fact, he has. And he's bearing up exceptionally well under those circumstances.
Ole Anderson threatening to get into the ring. Mulligan has got the claw hold on Valentine. Anderson slapped him in the face with those bills that he's holding in that right hand.
Over the rope. I didn't think he'd hold his cool all that long. He's lost his complete reserve, Mulligan.
The match is over. Referee Stu Schwartz says ring the bell. The match is over. Mulligan has been disqualified. Valentine went over the top rope. Mulligan threw him over the top rope.
Well, he was so...
Conocimiento a Tokyo Joe con un formidable golpe de izquierda, un cuchillazo de izquierda por el cuello. Pedro Morales en acción. Y también Black Gorman ha retado a Gemelo Diablo en esta ocasión por el campeonato de la televisión. Beat the Champ, gánenle al campeón. Así es que el Gemelo Diablo tiene en puerta a los mejores que quieren los títulos que posee ahora. Tokyo Joe, el hombre de la telaraña en colores, y algo tiene en la mano derecha. Me imagino que ha de ser eso. Vamos a ver, o es sal o qué cosa. Ahí está sacando algo Luis. Tokyo Joe tiene en la mano derecha un paquetito blanco. Cuidado, Pedro, mucho cuidado. Esta es la lucha estrella. Haciéndose hacia atrás, Tokyo Joe hacia la esquina blanca, la esquina de Pedro. Patada y abajo, y ahí está la telaraña de serpentinas de colores, enredando a Pedro con la telaraña de colores. Tokyo Joe, peligro para el de Culebras, Puerto Rico. Allá está a la izquierda del Gran Moreno. Ahora sí, se desenredó y viene un látigo a los cordeles. Esa izquierda funciona automáticamente.
Bueno, el próximo miércoles en televisión, y debido a que si un luchador pierde y tiene que salir, se le conceden 2 semanas de gracia o perdón o indulgencia. Veremos a Héctor Guerrero contra el amante continental Ed Mansfield, y a Pekchu contra ese grande los encordamos que estamos viendo en estos momentos, Pedro Morales. Pero veremos aquí a Roddy Piper. Estén pendientes el próximo miércoles. Y aquí Pedro Morales brinca desde la tercera cuerda y le están contando a Tokyo Joe. Le contaron 3 segundos y el triunfo ha sido para Pedro Morales.